Welcome to the Energy Table. My name is Orange. I am here today with two beautiful sisters. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi there. My name is Gobisa Sotashe. Nickname in the UK, Soso derived from my surname. I'm a life enthusiast and with a keen interest in seeing what life's full expression through my existence is, and looking forward to seeing how we go with the conversation
All
today.
right.
Oui. My name is Ludumo Nondwe Kuzwayo.
H.
Uh,
Oh, my man.
don't start.
I think it's already started.
I am a bearer of love through healing of self. I am a jeweler, a designer, a
H.
stylist, and an ascension healer. And I just love love.
A lover girl.
It's a gift and a wound. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm just here for love. I just want to enjoy the journey
Yeah.
of life and
Yeah.
just be able to express myself and be free and just love on people, even sometimes when they don't deserve it. That's it.
We appreciate you.
No, but I love that about the both of you. I feel like every time we meet, we like speak about love.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
always.
do.
Speak about
Oh.
core stuff, like real stuff that really matters to our vulnerability and our actual evolution.
Yeah.
Right, that was the topic of my last episode. So I really love that we could like meet now here and bring our conversations onto a mainstream platform where other people can have access and
Well,
tap.
madness.
Yeah,
Digital imprint.
madness is a perspective. I feel like the normality of today is kind of mad.
True.
So I feel like we're kind of normal.
What is normal even?
Do you know what I mean?
What is normal? Because whatever it is, it must be boring.
And it's fact.
Talking
It
about
is really
In
boring.
history, normal has changed so much. What
Yeah.
one would say is normal, and they would fight for the cause of normality. Like it's shifted so
It's
often.
evolved with time and culture.
So how are people nowadays even that certain that they know what normal is? It's a funny place.
Yeah.
So today we're going to speak about love. Everything to do with the gooey stuff. We're in 2025,
Yeah.
right? We're modern ladies now. And what is love in our today's world? That's the question I like to just like the foundation of our conversation today, because I feel like there is childlike love and there is that mature adult solid love, as you say. And I don't know if that's even solid, because nowadays everything's like
It's
falling
evolving.
apart. Men are against women, women are against men. Everyone's hurt, and hurt people.
Yeah.
Bleeding on people that didn't cut them.
I think I don't know how probably it's evolved for me, but maybe mature love in 2025. I'm not sure if it necessarily exists, because our culture is we'll go for the ride, and while it's good, we're there, and when it's no longer good, we're out. Whereas love in the olden days was steady.
Yeah. Was it mature then, you reckon?
It was mature in that it gave you that sense of steadiness
And
through
I think it
your
had more
life.
intention as well.
There was intention.
Yeah.
It wasn't all just feelings. It
Mm.
was a commitment.
Yeah. Partnership.
I need
like
to
proper
process this for a
partnership.
moment. Because I feel like feelings are such a sacred thing. And I feel like as humans, we've evolved to integrate feelings into everything now.
Yeah.
Which can be a contribution and can be like another mountain to climb. So I feel like maybe even the traditional form of what love used to be like lacked feelings.
Oh, that's
And
a
that-
good point.
It is because it was out of duty.
Because we're too
was
in
out
our
of duty.
feelings now, and,
Yeah.
and we break our own hearts.
Always breaking
Do we
your
not?
heart.
Okay. As a Cancerian, it's fine.
No, me as a Virgo,
I
I do like.
I feel like we
As
be
a Virgo?
breaking our own hearts sometimes.
As a Virgo, where do you stand?
No, I feel like is human nature to sometimes like stifle your own access, stifle your own like reaching your goals because you I don't know, like you don't feel worthy, you don't feel deserving, you're used to something else, this something else becomes your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I don't know this side. Like, am I really willing to lose face
Yeah.
and go on a path that I've not seen or felt before? And, you know,
If I'm then hearing you, so love as modern women in 2025 is allowing ourselves to evolve. If that's what I'm hearing from what you're saying.
that's what I hope. Oh, man.
Yeah.
We should evolve. Like everyone, not just women, everyone
Everyone,
deserves to evolve.
there is generally a lack of evolution as people.
You think?
You know, I feel like there is. A lot of people get stuck
In a
in a
pattern.
certain pattern,
Yeah.
and then you find that they don't even have hobbies and things like that. And when you don't have hobbies, you're gonna stay so focused on someone because you've got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
That
if
makes
you're living,
sense.
if you're out here living, like you've got hobbies and things, you're not gonna focus so much on what the next person's doing and be affected.
Girl, I need hobbies. Shit. I need hobbies. I think that's the secret.
You need a life. You need things that make you
I'm
happy.
very lively, very
What
busy.
you do?
I need a hobby because
What
I
type
just
of
get
hobby are you-
lost in love. Like, it's
Oh,
not even a
okay.
question.
I do as well, but I'm listen, I told you, what was it that I said to you? I'm learning attachment discipline. Like I'm like doing
Listen about this one.
attachment discipline.
Discipline.
Listen,
What is that, Fred?
attachment discipline is just allowing someone to be themselves, and it's either you take it or you leave it.
Yeah.
So I'm comfortable with space because I always used to think there was something wrong with me for wanting space. But then I know now that no, I actually need it. So if I just allow someone to be, I can just get it naturally.
And I'm big on space as well.
Yeah,
And experiencing that in this moment as a form of love. I think relationships that look healthy for me are ones that are spacious
Yeah.
and ones where we feel completely seen, accepted, and allowed to just exist. And my evolution of understanding of that love, I think it's through life experience. It's through probably reviewing when I was younger. It was more, love was more associated with obedience.
Yeah.
Do what is right.
Yeah.
You know, don't be a troublesome child. And so it was more bending back over backwards.
Yeah.
And
Maybe it's
whether to a
sacrificing,
detriment or
right?
not, and self-sacrificing and dishonoring yourself. And I think I've had to, over the years, renegotiate my relationships so that they now serve an adult version of me, where I can advocate for myself and say, no, I don't want that. And that is not taken badly, but it's taken that's her boundary. And
Respect.
we love her and respect that as a boundary. I've come to value spacious relationships, but ones that also allow us to exist.
Oh my gosh. Should take notes. I feel like, yeah, because just when you were speaking, I was like, wow, like there's a lot we learn as a child, and the people that we love, our family, the first people that we love are the ones that kind of teach us like how comfortable we can be with our voice, with setting boundaries, with taking up space, right? Because I feel like many of us, we're like the first generations abroad, right? Diasporans. And our elders were not always present enough to understand the journeys we're going to make because the new culture is new,
Yeah.
you know, and then we're like lost in space of trying to figure out how to relate what we're learning at home and what we're seeing outside. And like everything is just pure confusion.
Yeah.
And then we become adults and try and add up all these little points.
Doesn't reconcile.
And then we have relationships that just completely throw it out. And it's like, nonsense. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
But space is huge. And I remember like as a child, there was not much point of having space. But growing up, it's becoming something so valuable. But I haven't mastered that.
No.
Me personally, I'm hearing you too. And I'm like, oh, because I haven't mastered that.
It's a work in progress.
But also, what does mastering look like?
Work in progress.
Like, what does mastering, having space look like in your mind? Because we're just winging it. Whatever for me feels comfortable, that I can have my existence and be in relation and nothing is threatened. That for me is my ultimate version of what space is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I would
is.
agree.
It sounds.
Yeah.
But for me, it's still a theory because I haven't yet been in, like, anytime I'm like, I love something, someone. Yeah. It's like I just can't have enough of them. I just don't. Yes, I just love spending time, but I do appreciate like time apart and having things that you two do and that come together again. But I just always look forward to this come together part. It's like my highlight.
I'm like that as well though.
I'm not like that.
I am like that. Like
And then before you know it, it's too much.
listen. I'm the type like that, you know, like someone's scent.
I am dying. I'm suffocating.
This is so
Give me out.
hearing us. Oh, and I feel like it's the most insecure thing that you can then face is like how you love and how it's received. Because you want to be somewhere where you are wanted as you are, and as you are still changes and evolves and becomes different things. But you, at the season that you're in, you want to find someone where it's
That has capacity to hold you in that space,
Yeah.
and
beautiful,
receive
like,
you
and vice
in
versa,
that space. Yeah.
you know, and then hopefully all the other points fit too. Because it's like life is different. Sometimes you meet people just to learn something
Yeah.
or to, you know, get pressurized. So you
that you
recognize
can
your
know.
own value and be like,
Yeah.
no. Like, so
Yeah.
you learn to say no.
Yeah.
Some people we meet and they play this destined role. So we understand how to prioritize ourselves, you know, how to not go there next time. And then still give ourselves grace and still have love for ourselves for having made that necessary journey and somehow give these people love too.
I think our highest healed versions would be able to look back and be able to thank those people that come as teachers
Yeah.
in various forms, because I think in the moment when it happens, you're still in your feelings and
Yeah.
you're just like, it hurts.
Yeah.
It's like you'll learn your lesson later.
Yeah.
And I think the courage to then go back and be like, actually, in my evolution, you were the best thing that ever happened to me. Because in hindsight, that's really what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. People are experiences. They're
Yeah.
portals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been quite good at doing that. That's like
At the
the
going
little
back?
things I can say. No, yeah, I'm like in the moment of the whole madness, like I see or I seek to see the gratitude so I can like close the cycle as fast as I can. So I'll try and give them their flowers, acknowledge the beautiful times that were necessary, even the hardships.
Do you find it's genuine when
Yeah.
you do it?
Yes, it's like I say it, I believe it, I know it, but I understand because I've done it so many times. That's the sad thing, actually. I had to do it so many times throughout my whole life that it's like at this point, it's easy for me to do it because I understand just tomorrow or just an hour after this very moment, I will already see the flip side because you can't do me no harm. You just educated me. You know what I mean? So it's like you're very necessary. Like sometimes we even learn more through the hardships than through the effortless moments. You know, so they are so necessary so we can detect darkness, detect where we deserve something else or where we recognize the other people that have actually represented the something else and they're there. You know, it's like it's a beautiful way to do it, but there's order. We all have certain things we can do and other things we cannot do. Like, I'm not
Too
emotional.
Too emotional in this lifetime.
No, I like my feelings. I like to be emotional.
No, it's a good thing.
it's
It
an
can
education.
never be a
It's
bad
lovely
thing.
and I think it's a superpower
can
to
never
be
be a
able to
bad thing.
articulate
Yeah.
feelings. Because I think to find language for different feelings has taken me a very long time.
Yeah.
Because the ones we know is fear, anger, and we stop there.
Yeah.
Whereas if you dig deeper, that's where the main issue really is. And so people that have language to be like, oh, this is how I feel, and I don't like it, and are emotional and can articulate it, it's a superpower.
It is. It
And
helps,
create
but
space for you to be loved as yourself.
Yes.
Because then I think we don't realize how much sort of being honest with our emotions communicates the love that we want. It takes vulnerability It takes courage to be like, this is what I need.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy today to just be like, okay, we look at what people do. If they don't do what we want, we walk away.
Yeah.
But it takes courage to be like, hey, in case you're interested, this is how I'd like to be loved.
Yeah.
But I
And
find
it-
even when you have,
Yeah, and-
absolutely agree, but when you even have like a little tantrum, it's also expressing how you want to be loved.
True.
It's
but
not
is it
something
the
that
most effective way.
doesn't have to escalate, but it's like a form of expression.
Tantrums,
that-
Orange.
Sometimes. No, I call it a tantrum because I feel like I'm way better. But that's me judging myself because it's not a tantrum. Like I'm not physical, right? I wouldn't throw fists. I wouldn't even throw things. I just use
the
words.
It's the words with the verb.
Oh, I can get very like I can go on a
Daggers.
roller coaster, you know, and I feel like sometimes it's about being authentic, whatever that is, at whatever time, because that evolves, that matures, that like it becomes something. So you expressing yourself in that way, and you're like you're held, like your space is accepted. It's not going to escalate, but it's very important for us to express ourselves, whatever that is. And if we feel like, oh, my feelings are too strong, it's too much, it's going to come out whatever way that's not appropriate, we hold back because we fear that. But by ourselves just being, well, I feel it will create the purpose that is you. Like your emotions, your whole attributes are kind of destined, they're intended.
But I think I recently have learned the value. So you can express your feeling however way it comes in to you. But I think it affects how it's received.
Yeah.
So you can express in whichever way, and sometimes how you express it enables people only to take the emotion like, oh, she's angry, but not hear why you're angry.
But that's
Because you're coming at them
but I find that's not
heightened.
that is
Yeah.
we don't
that
have
doesn't
control.
serve the. That's why there's still, and it's taken me years to learn this. But how you articulate the emotion, valid as it is, affects how it's received. Because you're not communicating; you're communicating to someone else, and effective communication is them being able to hear you. So you can say what you want to say the way you want to say it in a way that serves you, but doesn't serve the purpose of communicating what you need. Because it's not received. Because
I hear it. It makes sense, but I have this belief of our authentic state always serves purpose.
Yeah.
So, if everyone is genuine and has good intentions and brings in authenticity, it will become what it's meant to become. So, if I speak in a certain way and I'm just too emotional, I actually can't force myself to be anything else than what I feel at that moment. So if I want to cry, I will cry. If I want to, like, I don't know, if I, whatever dynamic of feelings I am that. And if I'm not received in the right way, I feel like I have detached from that part because it comes from the journey of the person. Sometimes someone has to witness like an authentic state of something, and we have all these different versions of ourselves still within us, responding through, I don't know, through trauma, through things we are healing from. Through, like, I find it very hard to like take myself back and try to construct a answer that will be received right. I don't feel authentic anymore. Feel like I've already stopped myself, and I'm not giving myself grace for my intentions, because my intentions are still there even though I'm emotional.
I'm all about tone, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, tone is like a thing for me. I'm like,
Me too.
Don't raise your voice at me. Like,
You stop hearing. Your brain stops
yeah,
working.
like I can't. And then I'm the type of person when I'm mad, it's really ugly and I don't like it. So I always ask, just speak to me respectfully. Get your point across respectfully, because if I get mad.
But this is where I think then space is an expression of love. Because when you realize you're at that melting point, you giving yourself space is a way of loving the other person without exploding on them. And it creates
The way you looked at me when you said without exploding on them. Woo, let me take off my hat for this.
hilarious.
I'm
But-
listening,
but-
mommy.
but it's us being able to take space and process our feelings and self-regulate.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one.
I think I need a lot. No, yes.
So
Self-regulate.
it's something that we're not taught at a young age,
No.
at all. We are
Or even
taught-
older age.
Yeah, even older age, we are not taught it until eventually, like, oh, wait, I'm responsible for my feelings. And when they go up, I need to create space for them and sort them out. And the other person has no clue what's happening with me, by the way. Because also as females, we like to assume our closest people know. Like silent treatment because they know. And that's not love in itself. Because
No.
you need to be able to be like, hey, this is what I need.
Mm-hmm.
You have the chance to either do it or not.
Yeah. I find like our society though today is so judgmental. Even when you are almost doing everything right, people will always like seek to find something that makes you so-called human. You know, like, oh, you can't be all that, or you can't be like all polished. Like the world just, it's almost like there is no faith in the core of humans being like good. You know, everybody like I don't understand this. Like for me, I've always loved people because I believe everyone has a good core to them. It's just a whole uniform of things that we believe we need to survive. Everybody really I feel like everyone really believes that whatever they're doing is what they need to do to be safe, to be loved, to be accepted, whatever. And most of the time it's distorted.
So you're saying love expresses in different ways.
Yeah.
In the ugly and in the good. Because
I
we
feel
assume
like
love
it's
express itself
what
only in the
defines
good.
the ugly is the journey that we still make as humans. Because I feel like if you can be in a safe space, like right now, I think I could say something that could be a complaint or something, and you guys would not be like, "Oh, what's wrong with her?" Like, you know, you probably want to find girl.
Barbie.
No, but it's like you want to find out what's going on. So you would ask the necessary questions. When you have two lovers now, why is it not the same way that when someone expresses whatever in whatever form, that the other person's just like, oh, so what's happened? Like, what's going on? Let me find out. Instead of being like, no, you can't do this. Now you're going to define me as, like, it's insecurity meeting insecurity.
Yeah.
Instead of, come here, like, this is safe. Like, let's figure this out. Let us figure this out.
Oh, it's
Not-
such a big thing, the let us figure it out. Because I think it's underpinned by trusting that the other person has good intention towards you
Yeah.
and the willingness and capacity for you guys to put your heads together and figure it out. It's trusting human love again.
Should that not be the base of every relationship, though?
Right.
Like, should we not just have relations with those that we trust have good intentions? And then,
I feel like a lot of the times, right? I can be, how can I put it? I think I've always allowed people to be themselves, but I'm the one who's taken time and being like, it's enough, you can go now. You know what I mean? So that's why I say sometimes we break our own hearts.
Yeah.
Because we can see like as clear as day, and we still choose to like keep giving people grace because we want to see, like you say, at the core everyone is loved. You know what I mean? So you kind of give people the grace, then you have to get to a point where like, no. So
It's enough.
as an overstayer, a recovering overstayer, yes. As a recovering overstayer,
Yeah.
I think it's just important to just allow people to be themselves. You turn up as yourself, and that's it. Then
And everyone would be fine.
yeah,
Like you being able to say, this is what I need and this is who I am. People adjust.
yeah,
The space accommodates that.
yeah.
And
Just
it's
being
trusting in
vulnerable.
goodness that, you know what, I can be and I can be received. If they're meant to receive me well, they will. If they're not meant to,
That's it. Because some people actually start off with good intention, and somewhere along the way it changes.
yeah.
what's that all about?
Because humans come in for a season, for lessons. So they're not meant to be just there for our comfort the whole time. The ones that are our teachers, our people that make us evolve, are there to challenge us, trigger us. Yo, make us fall and
Yeah.
test all the things we think we know, and help us continue to grow.
I used to think we only like meet people that are mirrors to ourselves. Like, you know, when you meet people that are very like not genuine. Oh, there must be something in me. Like I used to like go crazy because I was like, that's like my intentions. I know
Gaslight
my
yourself?
intentions. No, I just would question myself because of what I was facing. But then I'd
Mm-hmm.
come to realize, no, some people we just meet
Yeah.
to educate one another. It doesn't have to be everyone is your mirror.
Yeah.
Like whatever energy you have is all you're going to come across. No, we still having a human experience.
Yeah.
We still having like to inspire other people that are not always high vibrational. We still sometimes need to be picked up and reminded of the beautiful things we've come across and we are capable of. Because something like I feel like if you have like a really high, everything is beautiful. There's nowhere higher to go. So we have to have like balance.
Balance.
Have something that takes us back
So,
down.
Could
to
you
then-
say duality then? We're supposed to have like a duality, isn't
It's
it? Like
it's
dark and
duality,
light.
dark, good,
Yeah,
good,
But I
good
evil.
find like
bad,
we should
yeah.
appreciate the lows just as much as we should
I
appreciate
think
the
I've
highs.
only come, it's in the past 4 years that I've come to accept that life gives you highs
Mm-hmm.
and then brace yourself.
Yeah.
You will be rebalanced.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
I've had to learn that no highs are insurmountable, but also we get through the lows. And I think it's having the grace to sit in the lows, to know that today is going to be a hard day, but I'm going to show up.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold myself with grace. I'm going to walk away when I'm like, okay, just walk away and keep my peace. And you go through it so that when the good day comes again, you appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So gratitude all day, every day.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Absolutely. So if you guys had a choice between like childlike love and mature love, which one would you pick? Like, let me just give 3 points.
Duality. So
So I bet this a
Me
bit.
too.
both of it.
I want everything. But it's like I did some points. Like in childlike love, I would take like innocence. You know, like being like very naive almost. Like you just what can go wrong kind of attitude. Free of judgment. So things that you see like because of lack of experience, like childlike mind, you would just be open to receive something instead of already having a label. Being like, oh, it looks like this. It's probably going to be like this. And already like stamping it or something. And just a natural curiosity, you know, like an adventurous mind and wanting to have that liveliness in however form. It just make me feel excited.
Now I'm leaning towards the duality. I think you need a bit of both.
Yeah,
Hold
definitely.
on,
I wouldn't
the
just
mature love.
choose- I wouldn't just choose mature love, but yeah, what's
What
mature
what
love?
would you what points would you guys give the mature love? I have like sacrifice.
Take that off.
I took it off.
Mature love needs you to sacrifice.
No,
What
I
is sacrificing?
I find.
I'd say consideration.
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 Oh, you're sweetening up the mature.
Yeah. Yeah. Consideration.
What is the sacrifice?
So, consideration. Two more.
Cuts.
Two more. Sell it to me.
I would say acceptance, allowance.
Yes.
You just need, and I think the best for me is just someone that's there, that's going to be there through the highs, through the lows. The freedom you get by just knowing someone's there
Yeah.
and is about you and your journey, not your now, but they're just there to exist. Oh, that's the best love.
Sounds
And it gives a lot of safety because ultimately that's how parents are meant to be to their kids. They're a place of safety. but
Meant.
You guys, yeah, meant.
meant.
Yeah.
And
I'd have to say,
No
I'd have to
shots.
say respect.
No, shots fired. But they're meant to be that, and that gives the kids freedom to explore, to wonder, knowing that I can always crawl back to mommy.
oh, unconditional.
Who knows? Last born.
I
Last bone. Last bone means
proud.
Oh, we all are, right? We all are the babies.
Proudly.
Don't hate on us, because as part of the plan,
It is what it is.
You're
It
breaking the
is
ice.
what it is.
we're breaking the patterns.
I'd have to say respect.
Yeah, what is respect, Jim?
Respect, because I think respect is above love. because I think naturally when you meet people, right, you're supposed to just walk in love all the time, right? But I think naturally, just even walking on the street every day, you should be walking with respect for whoever you may encounter, whatever, so that you approach them with kindness, or even when they approach you, you receive them with kindness because you're already just walking with respect. Does that make sense?
I hear it.
But then there's also the respect of like, how can I put it? The respect of like when people genuinely deserve it. I don't mean like now, let's say we become friends, I mean you genuinely, I respect you, but as time goes on, I may not, you know. And then in that shift, that means that do I really love this person if I don't really respect them? You get what I mean?
Sure.
It's like automatically having to love family members because they're family, but yet they don't respect you, so therefore how are you going to respect them?
Fair enough. I had a thought about this, and for me, respect is just seeing the other person.
Yeah.
Like regardless, age, family, it doesn't matter. And if your family doesn't see you, your uniqueness, your existence, and don't honor that, that's disrespect. That's what I've
experienced
come to
that hard.
like that for me is disrespect.
Yeah.
It's just when you're not seen.
Yeah.
As being the youngest in our families, we probably all can sing a song about that.
Yes.
Because everyone
But
that was before
we
us
don't want to
thought-
upset people.
Yeah, we just don't. Like we know the answer.
That face.
The thing is, we actually know the answer, and we let them like discuss for 24 hours and
Yeah.
go about.
Just carry on.
Because no one's gonna ask us, and then eventually it's like, oh, you guys should do this. Saves them a whole day.
the younger ones. Oh my God, it is like a whole thing, right? Like there's so many different angles that impact what we define as love, what we see is loving, how we can even recognize ourselves being lovely. Like, you know, like these things, like I feel like they change. When I was in my 20s, I thought a little different. I thought like, because maybe I was not having my children at that point, and it was like all very, I don't know if I've ever become an adult. It's like I always think of like everything should be light, had like lights on my feet. Everything should like everywhere where I deserve to go should be like effortless, not much pressure, not much like irritation, should be a flow. If there's no flow, it's not for me, da da da. And it kind of works in places, but it also gotten a lot of like hard lessons.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I like that free state. I do like respect a lot. I find like it's a big thing because being the youngest, like we fight for that respect because it's like everybody thinks we get everything's like spoon fed, and we kind of did.
We do.
But
We get
also,
away with
I
quite a
found
lot
there was
too.
a lot of stigma that I was carrying because of the people that were there before me, and it kind of created a foundation of understanding for the elders. And it's like you being different wasn't always received as like being a real thing. I don't know. Maybe because we are on a different part of the world now.
I think we're exactly what every family needs personally.
Well,
The same. Personally.
yeah.
Do you think so,
I think you agree.
It's giving Trump.
Stop it.
It's giving
not-
Trump.
let's not-
When you
let's
assume I
not.
agree.
Politics.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's having a banker in the room.
Oh my gosh. No, but I find like it's so important to have variety in everything. Like
Yeah.
I find like if something is so different from me, it's like all over there, doesn't look like me, doesn't sound, I still love it. Like I still have appreciation for the existence. And I find like sometimes it's because like when we grow love for ourselves, like it's so much easier to reach out for something that is different.
Yeah.
Right? So but
Yeah,
this
because
world
we
is
have
not-
confidence in ourselves,
Yeah.
in our expansiveness to deal with whatever that is. It may look different, it may be the unknown, but I think because we've come to love ourselves and know how expansive we are, we can reach for things
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
without fear.
Yeah. I wish. I'm sorry.
No.
One thing I wish I understood about myself
Yeah.
a long time ago is that I was constantly evolving, and it was other people who had a hard time catching up with me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And not that they had to be on my level, it's not what I'm saying, but just the understanding of,
Yeah.
okay, she's shifting. Do you know what I mean? So
How did that express itself?
it's always been in my style, hey, like in the way I dress.
Okay.
It's been in the way I dress, the way I do my hair, the way I write. Like my handwriting doesn't stay the same. Like it's weird. It's so weird. I don't know if that happens to anyone else, but
seen your
my handwriting. But I kind of see it in my daughter Ellie.
Yeah.
I see it in her, like her handwriting. She's only
Evolves.
8,
Yeah.
and it's just been different things. And I'm like, oh, okay, so is this a mood thing? What's going on? I was like, oh, damn, that's how I am as well. My handwriting doesn't say the same. So I feel like I have had, sometimes it hasn't been about other people, it's been about me, and I should have just trusted myself more, but I didn't know that I had to trust myself.
This actually reminds me of someone being asked, what has been loving his wife look like? And he says, I've loved all the versions that she had become. Because we stay in a point in time, like, I love you because of what I see now. I have no idea what's gonna, especially with you.
Yeah. Stop it.
You will become anything and everything that I have not imagined. And there needs to be space to be like, oh, we're doing this now. Because in reality, I think that's what friendship is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Chami, this is what we're doing. Right, I'm with you. Let's go.
Yeah.
To me, that's what
You
friendship
trust her
is.
energy,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I would have
We've
cried.
come a long way as like
You're
even
gonna cry.
oh gosh. No, but let's talk about sisterhood, sisterly love. Like we were speaking yesterday.
Yeah.
We brought that topic up
Hello,
because
Excuse.
love is like not just to like romantically. There's
Yes.
platonic love is
Oh, that's
possibly
been a
even
And we've
more.
been romancing each other, right?
Platonic.
Gifting each other
Yeah.
and stuff.
There is like bromance. How do you say it for sisters?
There isn't.
Sis-man.
Sisterhood for me.
Yeah, sisterhood.
It is sisterhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a very like complex place
Aw.
to exist in.
Okay. I'll give you guys what? Flower.
These are nonetheless rings. Everybody just show them in the camera.
There you go. Oh, this one.
And they're all. I would love for you to even speak in a bit about what they're actually right now. Like just say like your intentions with these, because I feel like this is love too. It's what you give out into the world.
See, when I say bearer of love through healing of self, right? It was actually the girl's aunt when I first started the jewelry. I was trying to find like a tagline for Ludumo Styles. And then she was like,
Ludumo Styles,
oh
explain.
yes, Ludumo Styles. Ludumo Styles is my brand, Ludumo being my name. And Ludumo Styles, it's Ludumo Styles because Ludumo means fame. So I wanted a situation whereby it's like fame styles, not necessarily because I'm looking for fame. I would love to be known. Not sure about the fame part. It seems a bit hectic, but
True.
no privacy, no space.
Cool.
Stop. So, guys, I can't be
Keep
serious.
it real. You keep
I
it real.
can't be serious in life.
But
This is
girl,
that
that's what we're
childlike
talking
thing.
about.
Exactly this. I can't. Oof. Right. So my intention basically with the jewelry is Ubuntu, which means humanity. So, and also healing. So even when I speak of ascension healing, like I do it through the jewelry, through styling. And my whole point is to be a bearer of love through healing of self. So when you see some things, it may not be about the customer, it might be about me, but I'm spreading the love. That's
As
the
long
most
as it
important thing.
resonates.
Yes, if it resonates, then what they say, come to, they come closer.
There we
If it
go.
resonates,
And
come
it's like there's
closer.
love to self,
Yeah.
which is how we connect to ourselves or relate to ourselves, and then show up in the world,
Yeah.
then love another.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
I think before loving self, there's obviously, I think before that comes loving our elders, because before we even become conscious, we have this admiration. Actually, no, I think children love themselves and show up for themselves, which is why you
Kids
can't
honor
control them
themselves.
really.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
They still are very close to themselves,
Mm.
and so they default just to honor themselves, and I think it's beaten out of you over years.
Yeah.
Corporal punishment. It's beaten out of you, and you start dishonoring yourself to be safe.
Because it's safe, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's safer.
Yeah. So we love ourselves, and then we learn to love other people, and can interpret that as a means to get safety,
Survive.
to survive. And I think healing looks like evolving to where love is two adults, just holding space for each other,
Yes.
as opposed to seeking safety or anything.
Yeah.
Holding space
Yeah.
for each other while also holding your own space.
Yeah.
Isn't
And,
it?
and that's what sisterhood is, because I don't carry your burdens,
Yeah.
but you can come to me and you'll be like, oh, for me, it's a bad day. It's one of those days, it's feeling gloomy. I'm not fine. And we sit in that, I'm not fine. And when I'm good, we're celebrating, we're popping champagne. That's the space you meet me at, because that's sisterhood is for wherever you need it to be. That's at least what it's been for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I find like we in the greatest, not maybe the greatest, but what one of the most amazing things that I've been blessed with in sisterhood is the trust in each other's genius, or in each other's like you know, the beauty within, the magic that is us, like to trust one another that we can make it on our own. But I'm here for you to lean on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we like reminding one another of who we really are. Like, you got
It's such a
this,
beautiful gift.
you know.
To be able to have people that hold the integrity of who you are, despite what you may go through. People that hold that mirror to be like, remember, you're
Yeah.
a champ.
You
Like,
know her.
rough. Right
Yeah.
now, you're beaten, your eyes are swollen, can't see you, can't make out that's your face, but this is who you are. Keep going. That for me, sisterhood.
Powerful.
Yeah. For sure.
And I think, can we apply this into our relationships? Can we apply this into our families? Because isn't that the ultimate goal?
I don't know. What is family? Because there are people that are more aligned to you as a person than your
Outside
family.
of family.
Girl, actually, at this point, like when I speak about family, sorry for whoever's listening, because I love my extended families. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I love my cousins, my aunties, my uncles, like everyone that I remember from certain times, even if they're not blood. Like, if you were a part of my story, your family, and I love you. But they're like, today, when I talk and think about family, there's just my children.
Damn.
She holds it up.
Damn. And then she
Anticlimactic.
No, this is, we're being authentic. I love
I
my
get it, though.
eldest.
Yeah.
I love my siblings. I love. It's not that I don't love them, but when it comes to what I want to show up as my highest form in my highest capacity, and what I feel also responsible for, are my little ones. Like, because they need me to be there so they can take from it what is intended. Right? Everyone else is kind of out there for themselves.
Understand.
I'll be just like our sister, like I will be there reminding you of your glory and your abilities. But if you act resilient, it's okay too. But with my children, I'll go the extra mile.
I think it's the purest form of love we get to experience, parent and child. It is the best. It is the most delicious thing ever.
Yeah.
It is my most favorite experience of love. The relationship I have with my mom.
But it is so challenging.
Very
It's all of it.
challenging.
Oh my god, the thought of it is like, oh my gosh. It's so complex. And just when you think you have something, you figured it out, like something else comes in and makes you question everything all over again, because it's so important. Oh my god.
But I think what's probably helped, because I was thinking of why do I have a better relationship with my mom than my dad, and my dad is not a person that necessarily evolves. He's like, he recognizes, oh, I shouldn't do this, but doesn't change. And the reason I'm not a choir.
Okay.
But the reason I love my relationship with my mom is because it's allowed both of us to grow and evolve. I think we're both teachable. Like I'm able to learn where she is and what she needs and what shouldn't be stressing her at that age. And she's able to do the same for me.
Powerful.
That is beautiful.
Mother-daughter
That
is
is
such a
beautiful.
powerful mirror, such a powerful reflection. Like, I've come from a 13-year relationship, having 4 children out of it. And it was my daughter's existence that made me want to step it all up and figure out a way through it, out of it. I did not care as long as it's the right example for her to understand what she should work with, not what she should
Tolerate.
or what she should learn is not healthy, like whatever, what like I want her to witness what is right, not just talking about the things that I was trying. No, I want her to witness it, so I just put a time on it. I was like, all right, now there's deadlines. They are growing.
No, you need deadlines.
Hey,
definitely. You need deadlines.
And it was literally like having my daughter there and trying to do it different, because I realized like the things that was happening with my parents, as much as I loved them, it was like not everything was healthy. Not everything was authentic when it comes to open conversations and good intentions, setting intentions and then things. And it taught me something, even though I had a wonderful, wholesome relationship with my dad. It didn't extend into who I chose to have a family with, because I felt comfortable, familiar in something that wasn't the best case scenario. When it comes to like, I did not have troublesome relations with males, like as friends or in romantic sides, but I then chose the one person that I had quite a lot of challenges with and difficulties finding eye to eye, and I was like, oh, this feels like home.
How did it feel like home?
Because it was familiar.
It was familiar.
Yeah.
It's familiar. It felt like energetically to what I knew in my home. And it wasn't like all bad in my home.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what I normally am capable of, and what I it was just a trauma response. I feel like it was an ancestral thing, even where the more I was diving into what is actually happening, wherever I found myself, the more I realized it's not just me. There's women. There's a lot of women in my lineage. There's a lot of women that have very similar experiences, and not everything is like filled with bad intentions, but it's just like two people in need meeting and can't see that there's no clarity, there is no safety. And both feel safe with that because they
chaos.
know.
I think
they can relate to it.
I don't know if it's true, but I think the initial relationships we have, our first real romantic relationships, I think that's where we sort of meet that messiness where each person is healing, but you can't see through whose issues belong to whom, because it's all a mess and it all mashes together, and it takes a while to realize this is not going to work. It doesn't matter which side or which way you look at it, it's just not going to work. And I think then the stepping away and walking away, that is an expression of self-love eventually, when you realize this is familiar, but it's not good for either of us.
I had found, I thought, I'm hearing what you're saying, and I think I agree, there's always like little things that you have, like, not leverage, but there's things that you are unlearning, right? Little, I don't know, ways to maybe manipulate or to get a certain reaction. Let's talk about it. We're women. Even then, like, we do this. Like, I feel life, this is an energy table, because we create an energy as the three of us. But everywhere we go, we connect as, like, energetically. Right? So there's things that we can create to have a certain feedback. It's just Oh no, emotional intelligence. I find you don't have to have bad intentions doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
Go on to say something.
Let's talk.
What are you fighting?
Let's switch it up. Like you can go to
We
a
don't give
space
up.
and you know sister is not feeling well, whatever situation, whatever experience, you know how you can come in and manipulate the situation and
That's
the
the word I was
environment.
waiting for.
It doesn't have to be
Because it's a
bad.
pet peeve. People that are manipulative, because I can pick
Yeah.
up on it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I dislike it.
yeah.
But it doesn't
Like,
have to be
because
bad.
also autonomy, freedom, very important, high up the value system.
Yeah.
So when I know that I have been manipulated into doing something or feeling a type of way, I will resent you later.
No, but listen to
I
me.
will do
Let me
maybe,
give you
and
this
then later be like,
example. Listen, but when you see the sister, she's not well, you're gonna buy something to cheer her up. It's a manipulation, sis.
it's good and bad
Then you
manipulation.
put on some music. That's a manipulation. You're gonna rip a joke, even though you might have been at home and you are, I don't know, having a bad moment. You're going to make yourself be in a better space because you want to show for the sister. This is manipulation. Doesn't have to be bad. It's just how to navigate, maneuver, and transcend energy with intentions.
When you
That
put
makes
it that way, when it's more energetic.
Yeah.
But my issue is when it takes away autonomy.
You no.
Because
That's
it,
another
it
story.
does,
Yeah.
in a way.
It can.
But here, when you're shifting from bad energy to a more palatable energy,
Yeah.
I understand.
I think life is about manipulating energy with good intentions only. I would never, I can only speak for myself. I have not yet walked into a space wanting to come out and seeing someone in a bad place. I don't matter how much I don't like you.
Yeah.
I will walk out hoping that me having been in the space will lighten the load, even though I may not wish to see you ever again. I do not know what that sign just meant.
Wrap it up.
Okay. He's going to give it a sign. I'm like, all right.
We needed 2
Poor
hours.
side.
Yeah, but it's like
2 hours. would
like
work.
us three together right now, we are also manipulating energy. Because by myself, I carry a certain energy. The moment you came in, then it got shifted,
This is true.
right?
Yeah.
And I was excited for that because I knew it's going to happen. Then you came in, it got exciting. So it's like, this is how we manipulate it, but naturally. But we can also have intentions where sometimes I feel like, don't want to swear, I feel bad. The word was because we're together. But it's like I will manipulate my own energy by putting on some colors,
Yeah.
make myself cute in my own eyes, and then I will feel lighter and better. And this is how I then manipulate it for myself. But because I trust myself, I know I'm not doing no bad stuff. You know, like it's
So you're saying manipulation is a form of love? What are we saying?
it can be.
Mm.
No.
not sure.
Okay, wait, that was quick. That was I answered far too quick. Manipulation is
Qualify it.
yes. Yes. It can be because, for example, my children, there's a lot of times I have to manipulate the situation because they're just in their feels and they just do. So I will be, aware energetically and create something and they'll pick up quick on it. And then I can just let go of it.
get it.
So it can be,
get
but
you.
it's
You get
again,
it to an
The
extent.
thing is, I
It's
get
the
it. I
intention.
fully get it. And the intention makes a huge difference.
But I feel
get
like
it.
if we
Okay.
can only have relationships.
I just hate the word.
Yeah,
It
but
is
it's
the
a
word.
stigma.
It's the word.
It's it's
I
trendy.
think
no?
I think all
So many
words
things.
have like a good and bad. Do you know what I mean? It's like ego. It's a good thing sometimes. You know, what else is a good thing sometimes?
Can we speak about the ego?
Selfishness.
Yeah, we should speak about the ego.
selfishness.
For the
is-
ego.
Yeah,
Speak
ego.
about the ego to have a few minutes.
Sometimes it's a good thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I would say like it's good in the sense where sometimes you see, well, again, I go back to the hurting yourself thing, right? Sometimes you're hurt because you're in your ego, and sometimes it's okay to be in your ego because then that way you eliminate certain things quicker.
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's like you will love yourself.
Like
a
you
little
can
harder.
be dealing with someone and you think, bro,
The head is coming back.
do
My head's
you?
coming back, so coming
It can be
back.
like, do you see me? Are you for real? Me.
Yeah.
Do you so I'm in my ego in those moments, and that's okay because I'm holding myself to a
But isn't love fully expressed without the ego. Because when you're too set in your ways, when I want to be too right, then to be in love, then that's a problem. And that's
I
because
don't
I'm in
think
my ego state to be like, oh, this is what I think we should do. And this is my point of view. And I stick with it and I stand on business, but to the detriment of our relationship. And that's where ego sometimes harms love.
I think the ego should never like reside and stay.
Yeah.
I think it's like a
Yes.
tool that you can use to protect yourself, to put a point across, to sometimes prioritize yourself.
Yeah.
But I think in a wholesome, loving situation, it shouldn't be necessary. But it can also draw a line and make someone witness you in your full spectrum. Huh? And then,
This is where she throws tantrums again.
Yes.
Full spectrum.
no, I don't, no, wait. I don't, for example,
Raised her voice.
I'm a woman, right? We're all women. And I love emotions. I like to use them. I don't feel no shame and being emotional. I don't feel no shame and having sadness like unbearable because of someone. I will tell the someone like they have that much impact on me, but not power.
Yeah.
I feel like that's love, like authenticity, being transparent to that point that when I feel broken, I will allow that to be seen, but I won't judge you and be like, it's your fault. Now you're going to have to, I just allow them to see me and like show up, but it doesn't mean they have to do anything.
Because ultimately, I think love is just the holding space. Not the needing to do anything.
And holding your own space.
Holding your own space and having people that have capacity to hold space for you.
I think for me, it's just so hard to like come to like what love is. I can't.
It's too broad.
Yeah, it's
You
way
love too much.
broad, like,
Your heart is very big.
Uthando, lubanzi, love is vast. I can't.
And it still becomes,
Aren't you going there?
and it's like we're in 2025 and we're defining love in 2025. And I
Yeah.
feel like there's so many interviews and documentaries that are speaking about love in different times. And it's beautiful to like recap and be like, what's love like right now? And, you know, from all the different placements that we all come from and the different things we've seen to even understand what those 4 words mean and represent. And checking in. I feel like in sisterhood, we can be so real with it and checking in, and then we take this home and we evolve that like every day.
Every time.
Ever growing.
No?
Yeah.
Girls, thank you for this time and this space. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
We did.
I hope the viewers enjoyed it. The little space, not the little space, the grand space, because we are not little people, right?
I have to
best
say,
believe.
actually, love is kindness, actually.
Grace. Love is
Yeah.
grace.
Love is kindness.
Love is generous,
True.
Yes.
infinite.
Please, some more,
Like,
please.
there's so much love, like a bank of love that we can draw from when we are genuine love,
True.
right?
Yeah.
And close the circle. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having us, Mama.
And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this space and you want to be notified about more. If you have any questions to my sisters, you can comment them and I'm going to get them to answer.
More
Beg them to
questions?
answer. But yeah, I hope you
Homework.
enjoyed this. And see you again for the next episode.
Thank you,
Bye.
Mama. Bye.